Hey everyone, this Millennial Investor here with a new type of update on my savings and CD accounts. I'm going to be showing you the account that I use to essentially run my day-to-day operations, like how I pay bills, how I do things. I don't use a checkings account, which most people do. I have one, but I just don't tend to use it that often. Rather, I prefer to keep my money in savings accounts because even though you're only earning that 1%, let's say APY, 1% to me is better than zero. So let's go ahead and get started. This is my complex, but really not that bad savings account. And you're going to see right away that I have a balance of $19,435, which is considerably more than my Lending Club and Prosper accounts, of which I have about 2,000 of that available. So all this money, day to day, is earning interest. The system goes as followed. I have what I call my outgoing account, and this account takes care of all bills that I pay throughout a month. Now it is a savings account, so you're only allowed 6 transfers per month. But I typically calculate it so that this account will use up exactly 6 transfers per month. And I calculate how much I'm going to need to spend on bills prior to the start of each month. So everything's pre-calculated. And if I get lazy and I just don't want to do that, I can just add a few extra $100 and just have this being my outgoing amount. Now, every time I receive a paycheck or a transfer from my job, that goes into what I call new monies. And new monies, the purpose of this account is to dictate how much goes into outgoing, how much goes into investments, but also it allows me to use up more transfers if I ever get past those 6. So it will happen on rare occasion that I may need 7, 8 transfers, and with new monies, I can make sure that that happens just in case. But new monies is where all new money into my account, into my life, that's where it hits. Now, money that goes for investing, while I'm determining where it should go, I put it into this savings account known as the ReZero account. And between my investments, stock markets, lending club, retirement, things like that, sometimes I kind of want to keep everything balanced. So sometimes I leave it here temporarily so I can decide. And I also leave things here if the number, isn't $100 or $200. So if it isn't a nice clean number, I tend to hold back until it is a nice clean number because I just like keeping real like firm track of like my numbers. And it's easier when you're working with $100, $200 amounts versus like $55.68. So this account just holds my investing money until it is ready to move somewhere or until it's a nice solid number. Okay, after that I have an emergency account, and I'm kind of in the process of transferring this to my Series I treasury account. So the amount in here is really low, and if you look, $243, but then you look at the current outgoing balance for 1 month is, close to 1,200. You're going to be like, well, that wouldn't last you that 6 months, so, that wouldn't quite work out. But this is really just one layer of my emergency account. There's actually, I want to say like 9 or 10 other layers, and these are my CD accounts. So I kind of decided a while back when I was starting with all this that I was going to put $2,000 into CDs, and at the time CDs were giving a rate of 2.25%. Now they're not, it's like 1.75, so I probably wouldn't do this again. But 2.25%, and I created emergency accounts because you can always pull out this money. You'll just take a 6-month interest penalty. So my emergency account doesn't consist of one of these, or two, or three, but four, five, six, seven, eight, and then nine is just about $1,000, and then the last one was kind of a joke. um, but my emergency account system kind of works in tiers. So if I ever really needed money, I could close down just one portion or one CD, lose a little bit of interest, and then have other ones that were still active and ready to go and still earning that 2.25%. So it's kind of an interesting system of like doing things. I've never actually had to rely on them, but if I had to, that's kind of why they're there. Now, I understand CDs don't give you a good interest rate. This is something I did early on before I did much other investing, uh, because it's not a good one, but it's a safe one. And safe was kind of what a lot of us early investors are looking for when we're just starting to invest. Okay, so hopefully you found this video useful. If you have some complex saving transfer system, feel free to share it with me. I am going to probably provide a 6-month update on this account from time to time. But other than that, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, this is Millennial Investor signing out. Peace.